Welcome to the happy hour, everybody, right here at Sirius XM Fly. I'm HB hanging out, and I'm super excited because I love when I have an opportunity to learn and meet someone new in my book. I know you're not new on the scene because everybody's been talking about you. Program director here, all the talent directors here have been talking about you, and they say, hey, Heather, Iliza wants to do Fly. And I was like, really? Yes, she loves Fly. She loves the music. And they showed me your book, which is called Girl Logic. And I'm happy to have you at the show. Let's welcome her to the show.
Welcome me.
All right, first things first, you notice how I did not say your last name because I want to make sure I pronounce your last name correctly.
Okay, shoot.
Shlesinger.
Nope, the L comes before the E. I know you got it. You asked for this, by the way.
Shlesinger.
That's it. Wrong inflection. Schlesinger.
Schlesinger.
Yep.
No, say it again.
No. I just want to talk about being at Fly and not going into the fact that I'm Jewish. Let's just move past.
No, I think it's the biggest form of disrespect when you purposely mispronounce people's names.
Purposefully is different. I think people, because my last name is Shlesinger, I'm always so hyper cognizant of other people's last names, especially if they're from another country and it's like crazy sounding.
Right.
I always, because I know that my name is spelled differently and the last name is hard, so I'm always aware of it for other people. But you have a very normal name, so it's not your burden.
Yeah, it's not. No, I'm glad. Thank you for clearing it up because I didn't want to jack up your name. Girl Logic. What made you write this book? What started it? Because I'm always impressed about how do people find time to write books.
Yeah, that's the thing people say a lot. I'm always bored. So I'm like not now, like this is super fun, but like in general. So you find time, like you have time. No one needs sleep. But I spread it out over a year, and I got to this point in my career and just as my growth as a woman, I got so tired of seeing women always painted with such broad brushstrokes. It's all, we love to put women in boxes. Like she's this type, she's this, and I got so tired of hearing women being called crazy all the time. She's crazy. Oh, she doesn't know. Oh, she's a psycho. Psycho. And I was just like, there's actually a method to our madness, and women are expected to be, I mean, you're a black woman, so you're going to get this, so many things to so many people at once, and there's such an expectation. And oftentimes they're contradictory. Like, you need to be strong but vulnerable. You need to be tough but also be kind, but be a good mom, but also be beautiful. Don't age, be slutty, be hoary. Oh, but make sure you keep it demure. Like, there's just so many things that we want from women.
Wow.
And because of that, we are forced to, we have like a process for every decision because we have to factor in other people's opinions. And it's easy to say, oh, who cares what people think? But sometimes what people think of us can be detrimental to our safety, to our job security, to anything. So it's not as easy as, oh, just be yourself. There's a lot of factors that go into all of our choices. And I just wanted to explore that.
Is that cultural? Because some of the things while you were breaking down, I was like, oh, hell no. My girlfriends ain't even going for all that. They be like, you need to get rid of him. You need to move on.
For sure.
And you need to get over it. And they'll say, black don't crack. So it's just like
you're right about that, for sure. But culturally, as a black woman, and I don't want, this doesn't have to be a race thing, but
we're just talking, girl.
You walk in somewhere, people think about you differently because you're black, right? Not everyone, but that does play into it. And I do think that whatever hand you've been dealt, no matter what you look like, there are preconceived notions about that you're constantly fighting against, like angry black woman. You're not angry, but people think that. And so I definitely have had black friends that like, I go out of my way to be extra sweet because I don't like that stereotype. I'm Jewish and I'm very cognizant of like people think we're cheap, Those people are dumb, but that could be a boss. That could be someone in charge of something that you're not in control of. So you can't navigate all of it. But when it comes to women in particular, it's, oh, dress like that. She was asking for it. So you can dress however you want, but just it's about being aware of all the shit that's put on us, no matter where you are in your life or who you are. And I just got tired of the crazy thing because I was like, 'tis not crazy. I am factoring in many things in order to get the best outcome, and you will stand by while I figure it out.
See, this is what I love though too, girl. Like, my name Heather White, and automatically they expect a white girl to come out. They're like, bam, it's me, bitches. So it's all good. I flip it on them. That's what you guys do. Flip it on them, Iliza. Iliza is here, hanging out with us, the Sirius XM Fly in the happy hour. Her new book, Girl Logic. We're gonna be talking about it more up next. It's the happy hour. Yes, it is. Right here at Sirius XM Fly. I'm HB hanging out with Iliza, who wanted to stop by the happy hour because she loves Sirius XM Fly, not just to talk about her new book, Girl Logic, but to talk about music as well.
This station is a newer station. It's been around for a couple of years.
Right.
And my buddy, I'm going to shout out to him because he's going to flip out. My buddy, James Goff, he lives in, I think, Brooklyn. He opens for me on the road. I'm going to see him in the next couple of weeks. He's this, like, cool black dude. And that's important that I note that because he found Fly because we bonded on the road over my love of 90s hip-hop and R&B. He's like, you've got to check out Fly. And we one time sat in his car listening to Fly and almost missed the beginning of our gig. Because you can't find SWV anywhere else.
Right. And the dirty
deal.
version at that. You won't. Some stations may try to play that kind of music, but they don't play the records in its entirety.
As a suburbanite and someone who listened to Kiss FM growing up, I was unaware that there was a dirty version.
Really?
Because you only hear the edited version growing up, and you're like, oh, they're not saying love, they're saying fuck. I did not know that.
Fly is popping, baby. What made you become a comedian?
I was always funny. It was like a thing.
I love it.
It was just from the get-go. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like math? I don't think so.
No.
And it just worked, and it was always, making people laugh was always the most important thing.
School? So how did you do with school?
I liked school. I don't know if school liked me.
Okay.
Like, I was always front and center, but like, when the teacher would be like, all right, you have a presentation due. Do you want to do an essay, a skit, or like a diorama? I'm like, skit. It takes the least amount of work. I'm going to be hilarious. I won't understand the material, but you're going to be laughing. Buy 2 drinks.
Did your parents support your decision to be?
They're very supportive. And I think we want, as comics, people to be like, my parents hated it. They disowned me. I don't get a trust fund. My parents are New York Jews. They're hilarious. And like they're supportive to a fault. They're never going to hear this. They don't have Sirius. And they don't know what 90s hip-hop and R&B is.
They're going to hear it.
But they are. My dad will come off stage and he'll lecture the other comics. He'll be like, all right, listen. When you say in a number, say 12, not 7. 7's not funny. And he'll like go into it.
Your father does what? Is he a comedian?
No, he works in financial planning. But if you ask him, he'll say he was in show business on Long Island.
I got it. And your mom?
She's semi-retired. She's my mom.
No siblings, brothers, sisters?
I have a brother who owns and operates a marijuana farm in Northern California.
Girl, you better talk about it. She ain't going nowhere. She is hanging out. Iliza's here. Her new book, Girl Logic, is out. We'll be talking about more of that. And her brother is about to get the biggest shout out. Never mind the friend that found Fly, but he has a marijuana farm. We're going to talk about more of that. It's all here. It's the happy hour. Hang out. The happy hour, yes, it is. Right here, Sirius XM Fly. I'm HB, hanging out with my girl, IS. Iliza, last name?
Shlesinger,
because I don't want to jack up her name. I hate that. She was telling us about her brother who owns and operates a marijuana
farm.
Where?
In Northern California. Your like specific location? Can't tell you that.
No. Your parents are supportive of that too.
I think when it comes to my brother, he walks his own path. And, my dad's always like, you know what? We're glad he's not dead or in jail. And so we're happy for him. This is my brother.
Eliza's showing me a picture of her.
And his little farm.
Damn, he got a nice body.
My brother has a nice body.
I know that's creepy as hell to say, but like, it's okay for me to look at your brother's
No, go for
pack.
It. And he pushes weight. He's got this, and he's got all this, and let me see if I can find a better
Shout out his Instagram.
Yeah, Ben, it's Be Familiar. He enjoys rap. But he grows like pounds and pounds of dank shit. This is him, and notice the guys next to him eyes are blacked out because a lot of his friends are criminals.
Okay.
But you know what? He's my brother.
What happened to this whole theory of people that smoke weed and the munchies and just sitting around eating? Your brother is like really, really, he's ripped.
He's ripped. I think because he's the one farming it. And, like farming is hard. So if you're just buying it, it's different. But he like is up every day. We're super impressed because we're Jews from a city. Like we don't farm.
Mm-hmm. No,
I killed a succulent that required no water, only air.
Yeah, you gotta leave those.
It's not my thing.
Succulents
They're
alone.
hard.
Is your brother in a relationship?
He is. He is.
Does that mean you don't like the girl or you like?
No, I do. I actually think she's a lovely person. I do. It's I don't know. I don't know. Everybody's got their shit in their relationships, and then what happens when they're and she's probably listening. When they break up, then you hear all the bad things, and then they get back together, and you're like, come on. but I do really like her.
Okay.
A lot.
How long have they been together?
Forever. My brother he nestles, he settles down, he picks. I think he's had like 2 girlfriends, and the last one was like forever.
Really?
And she was into tarot cards, which wasn't my bag, but she was lovely too.
She read you out with the tarot card?
I was not going in there with her. I'm not about to have a cosmic goat card tell me I'm gonna lose all my hair. I don't want to. No, I'm not doing that.
I'm asking about your brother relationships because you rocking the big rock on your finger. You said you engaged. How long?
Couple months.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And if you want to talk about like standing up for yourself, I am 34, so I'll be 35 when I get married. And I met him, and we were like, this is it. Like, this is who I'm gonna marry. And
where'd you meet?
Online on a dating site.
Girl, shut.
I did it. I did it, HB.
All right. Okay.
HW.
No.
Where's the B?
I threw out that fake last name. They
hilarious.
Don't need to know
Okay. B.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. All right.
But I got I just was like, look, I love you, and that's enough. It's actually not enough for me. I need a big ring. I'm just that girl. And I think when you're really young, you're like, I love you so much. I'm going to help put you through school, and I'll take this chip, and I promise. I was like, I have a mortgage. I got shit to do.
Hell yeah.
I need a big ring. And he delivered. I don't know what what kind of set.
From a dating site.
Oh, yeah. Which I had never been on. It was the only one I'd ever done.
What made you go to a dating site?
I'm just enough famous that it's an inconvenience. So I know you don't know me, but I'm just famous enough that I can't like date my Uber driver, but I'm not famous enough that like I'm invited to like a Cartier gifting suite.
Right.
So it's that weird middle earth kind of famous where like I don't want to put out personal information just in case, but I'm not like dating only, Leo DiCaprio and like so I picked this dating site because it was for like celebrities and people who have to apply. It wasn't like a Bumble or something.
Got it. I don't even know what Bumble is.
It's like a female-operated, controlled dating site, whatever. I'd never done it. Or like a match or anything. So I did this, and the dudes were decent. Just because you apply to be on something doesn't mean you're like a normal, functioning human.
Right.
It just means you tried a little harder. And I met him, and it just like clicked. We went on our first date. We went to go see a documentary. If that doesn't get you super horny, I don't. It's a documentary about competitive tickling, the underworld of it. It's called Tickled. And we finished that, and he was really loud in the movie theater, but I was like, this is hilarious. And we left, and I said to him, I got to go do a set. I got like a stand-up show. If you want to come, great. If not, I can meet, like, you may as well come because you're going to have to see the act at some point.
Hold that. I got to hear this. I can't. Eliza's here. Her new book, Girl Logic, is out. We are talking. All y'all girls sitting around being picky and funny, and you've had your conversations or experiences with dating sites, you may want to stick around and hear how this ended up, because her rock is sick. I'm about to grab my shades and put them on. I can't even take it. She blinding us up in here. More happy hour up next on Fly. It's the happy hour. Yes, it is. Right here at Sirius XM Fly. I'm HB. Hanging out with my homie now. We friends now. It's over. It's too late. We hanging out talking. Iliza is here. Her book, Girl Logic, is out, and she was telling me telling us, because it's studio full, about how she met her fiance on a dating site, and you guys were headed now to your set after going to see a documentary.
We saw a documentary, and what impressed me, and this is such a low bar, but like, welcome to being in your 30s. I was like, do you want to go see this like last minute before we were going to drinks? I go, do you want to see this documentary? He goes, I'll grab tickets. And I was like, yes. Let's have a baby. Good. Right. So we grabbed the tickets. We go. He was like so pumped to be out with me that he talked a lot. And I was like, okay, just settle down. And so I said, I got to go grab this set. I got to go to a set. If you want to come. And he was like, yeah, I'll come. Because I'm not, women that are like, I'm afraid to tell men I'm a comic. I'm like, that's your job. Like, that's your fucking life.
Right.
Like, be proud of that. So I went. I did like a very heavy feminist 20 minutes, and I changed my outfit because I didn't want to wear cutoff jean shorts. I went with like, my butt was hanging out. And I put pants on. Okay. And then I came off. Did you say ow?
Yeah. She went on that day. She had a mission. You gotta get that right.
I was also in a phase of like, fuck it. This is my body. You want all this or none of this? I don't care.
Right.
And I got off stage. I put my shorts back on, and then he was like, great. And then we did what I love to do on dates. We hit about 5 bars and like shit canned at 4 a.m. We went back to my house, and I go, look, I'm not gonna have sex with you, but we can go upstairs. We can make out. I might take my shirt off, and you can meet my dog. And that was it.
And he went for it.
Oh my God. No one's ever turned me down. Girls, listen. The idea, like, if you want to have sex, that's totally great. But if you don't, It's called the Iliza special.
Okay.
You say it because you want to be close with someone. You might not want to have sex yet, and that's totally okay on a first date. I was just like, you can go upstairs, make out a little bit, which is fun for me.
Yeah.
We'll fall asleep in the morning. We'll find breakfast together.
No pressure.
No one says no to that because they think maybe I will get laid, and obviously something bad could happen. But like, no one's ever said no. No one's
Nobody
ever
said
complained.
no. How long before you got the ring? Or
It was the next day.
Get the fuck. Get out of here. How long?
A couple. We dated for about a year.
That's good. You know why? Because I meet a lot of friends who just don't know what to do anymore and just feel like giving up. And like you said, in that 30 age bracket, it's just like, yo, I'm done. Like, there's nobody out here. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. So it's good to hear a good story.
I'm going to be 35 when I get married. I think, so I was 33 when I met him. I think you're allowed to be tired and you're allowed to be annoyed. But I think when you project that on men, like, you're only hurting yourself. So if you walk around angry and you're just like, fuck men, I don't care. Having an I don't care attitude is awesome, but like being angry about it, like no dude's gonna go for that.
Right.
So give him a chance. Like, he got ready too. He shaved most of his body for that date. Like, let's do it. And sometimes it doesn't work, but it's also okay to take a couple months. I took a couple months and I just chilled. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be selfish. I went to Las Vegas one weekend and I invited 2 different dudes. And like one was high five.
When's your birthday?
What?
When is your birthday?
February 22nd.
Oh, I don't know. Wait,
you don't know what
Pisces?
this means. I'm a Pisces, but the twin fish likes to invite twin men?
Nah, they just really, really spontaneous and just down. Like, literally, that whole.
I think I was just. It's like when a woman's fed up. Everybody knows that song, Montel Jordan. Not Montel Jordan. R. Kelly. We shan't speak of the dead. I love that song. But it's true. Like, I was just like, I'm fucking done caring.
Yeah.
I'll take one for Friday. He flew out. And I'm like, I'll take the other one Saturday. And whatever.
I ain't mad at none of that. I love it. I'm not mad at you. I'm your friend now.
Thank you for not being mad at me.
We know each other. It's good. Come back.
I have to leave. But I just fly.
I know. We got to.
She's like, get this girl off the air.
Making us actually get out this particular studio.
All right.
That's what's happening here. So the next show can roll in. But I want you to come back. Bring Blanche. Blanche is running around the studio.
Can I just make a plea before we go? You guys, if you're fans of 90s hip hop and R&B, we need to get SWV and En Vogue on a tour together. And then Shanice can open.
Shanice, I love your smile.
Yeah, with the one song. And that would be great. And then maybe it can roll into like a freestyle concert, but like Frankie.
No rappers? You don't want any rappers on it?
Okay, so my rap for me is like early 2000s. Like, Yin Yang Twins is going to be at the Echoplex in LA. And I was just like, that could be a real hot mess. But like, I'm buddies with Chameleonaire. So like, all like UGK, like all that, like that's my stuff. And you never hear it on the radio. And I will say what's sad at 34 when they're like, keeping it old school. And it's like Tupac. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, I am old school now.
You embrace it, man. Like, this is the music that we love and we rock to. And it just, like anything else, it puts us in that place. When these songs come on, you remember where you were. You remember who you were dating or not dating. You remember doing shots or whatever. Like, that's what I
was in the 5th grade, but yes.
Oh, shit. Well.
I said that. I'm a Pisces. I'm spontaneous.
Al doing her thing in the 5th grade. No, Iliza, please come back. Girl Logic, get the book.
Thank you.
It's fun. We'll be hanging out. She got jewels, and y'all make sure y'all check for her. Seriously.